Welcome to today's DoDEA eSports Pacific broadcast. We have got two more great games for you, one in Rocket League and Valorant, with various teams at U.S. military bases across the Pacific region, all brought to you by the USO. Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they joined through their assignments and deployments, and as they transition back to their communities, the USO has always been by their side. Let's get this started. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer, joined by Zach Butson, here to call the games for you here today. And we're going to be starting out with Egrin going up against Kadena. We've already seen these two high schools in our first week's broadcast, and we're starting to see some real patterns emerge as to kind of who are the top threats coming out in these games.
Yeah, we saw Egrin kind of take over their Rocket League game for sure. In a best-of-7, I think they took it 4-0, and I wouldn't even say really any of those games look super close, so Kadena's kind of got something to watch out for going into this one.
Kadena, located on Okinawa, in case any of you are curious, whereas, as we covered last week, Edgren in northern Japan. So off we go to our first Rocket League match of the day. Remember, these are best of 7, so first to 4 wins will take it all, as we've got the Eagles going up against the Panthers, ready to jump into the action for Game 1 of our DoDEA eSports Pacific game.
Well, we know that Edgren likes to start off strong. As we saw in the last match, they kind of ran up the score quite a bit, and they also have very, very impressive team play. So we're going to need to kind of see something similar come out of the Panthers if they want to kind of match up against one of the better teams that we've seen so far in this bracket.
Ready to hop on down to the arena. Another thing that pleasantly surprised me last week was just the variety of arenas that we saw. Different locations, and bringing out the pink I see for Kadena too, and different colors. So, all right, here we go. Luke already trying to push a shot on goal, but it's a bit wide to the right as Kadena has a bit of side control off of the first kickoff. But now the counterattack coming through from Ethan. Nice play above one, but isn't going to be able to get it past the second. Now, Vipers trying to push it, but loses the ball. Lucas now with the shot, makes it a double tap off the wall. Follow up from Edgren, and nope, just saved.
Just a little bit too slow there. We know that Edgren loves their aerials. Lucas was looking for one there earlier. Nice setup towards the middle, but it's going to be kicked back, and finally the Panthers have a chance at a counterattack, although it keeps swinging back both ways quickly. Oh, nice look towards the middle. It's going to be just kicked out by Weth. Good save on that. That could have been quite dangerous.
Lucas tries to get a touch on the ball, but Weeth beats him out on the 50. Now King with the pass back to Weeth. Lucas in the back corner. Going to be unable to win that 50. They might have one on the goal off the front post, and the quick follow-up, but not before Edgren can finally get their goalies in, defend, and move it back to mid.
It seems like it's almost fate to not get a goal quite yet. So many balls tipped just off the sides of the net. Finally, a closer look. Bio's coming in quick. Ball's tipped right up in the air for Lucas to get a nice look at it. He's going to center it kind of towards the goal, but it's going to be kicked back out towards the middle by King. Lucas and Bio set up a nice pinch. It's going straight towards the middle, but can Bio finish? No, not quite, but luckily he has his teammates there to make it a little easier. The attack is relentless towards the Panthers. Haven't really had a chance to clear it out yet, and it seems almost inevitable that maybe Edgren are going to get a look here. Finally, it's been kicked out. It goes right up towards the middle. Lucas barely able to save it out, and it's past all defenders. Not quite in though, but what a save! It's so close every time. A nail biter of a match. Lucas denied his aerial, and now things have sort of reset back towards the middle.
Wet now moving with his teammate. They try a bit of a pinch play, but doesn't quite work out. They'll get it toward the front back corner. Lucas now, nice bounce for Kadena, almost results in another goal for them. Now off goes Ethan, double touch, nice little dribble in the air. Tries to play it with bloopers, but doesn't quite get the shot. Back we go with Weth.
It's a good lineup, but not quite. Of course, Edgren's there every time. Just a little wide from Luke. He almost had the angle, and now Edgren get a chance, but it's saved by Weth again. Double touch clears it back towards the middle. It seems like every ball is being watched for by Weth. 3 saves so far for him, and time's running slow. This is getting dangerous now, as a goal could likely mean the game. Pop towards the middle is Luke, of course. Pinch goes right towards the corner, but look who's there again. It's Weth. He's so clean with these saves. And now a reset, almost down to a minute.
Oh, wow. Great shot.
Weth has been the MVP so far this game, and he's cementing his status in Game 1 with that beautiful goal. Now Kadena up 1-0.
A little over a minute left in Game 1. Back pass, demo onto Luke. Weth now eyeing the field, plays past one. Kind of gets it past the second, although the ball's pushed over to the side. Ethan playing off the wall. Pass to Lucas. The pass misses. Could have been a great shot on goal, but they'll just have to try to find another one. Weth now up the middle. Nice shot by Lucas. Answered back by Luke. To bloopers. Very much in play for either team. Fighting for it in mid. About 40 seconds left in game one. Kadena holding on to that 1-goal lead, but we could have an equalizer as it's about to drop down. And nope, no one's going to be there.
So close. Lucas has been getting these looks every time. Just right over the middle. He's not quite able to get the support that he needs, but he might take it on his own here, dribbling through. King Kaiser's going to block it out and just run straight in past every defender. Dribbles it through, gets by the last man, and now with 20 seconds, a 2-0 lead. Kadena just kind of has to play this one safe to secure it.
Oh, Ethan has a promising play here. Gets a good bit of territory. Oh, but too far back on the field to be able to make the shot, although quickly. Okay, 1 goal away now with 8 seconds left.
This is not as in the bag as it once was 12 seconds ago. Bios passed everyone here. King Kaiser's trying to clear it out. Right towards it, saved. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but overall, Kadena looking pretty in pink, being able to pull out the win there. So whatever color works for them, I suppose, being the ones to stand up to Edgren. But yeah, that was really exciting. For entire first half, we went scoreless too. So normally a lot of the games that we have seen so far have tended to be pretty big sweeps one way or the other, but that was very competitive.
I think a lot of the time as well, the lower scoring matches are often kind of indicative that it's very competitive, because a lot of the time if it's 5-6 or something, that means that there's kind of a big error in the defense of both teams. But if it's 1-2 or 1-1, it means that both teams are kind of on it. And especially when you saw those shots, there were so many close ones, so many good saves. This is looking out to be a pretty good match here.
Well, we've got one in the win column for Kadena. We'll see if they can continue on with their momentum as we now go into game 2 of this DoDEA Pacific match. The Panthers lead by 1-0, but we saw Edgren pick up the win last week, so we know that they can be a winning team. We'll just have to see if they can get the footing underneath them. And I don't know, maybe they need to switch to some sort of shade of pink. I mean, maybe that's the secret sauce that we've all been missing here.
If Kadena lose this one, the only thing that's been different is now it looks like they might be on the orange, unless I've been deceived by the.
This is stock footage by our camera person. Okay. This is an overview. Okay, we're back to. Okay, we're back to default colors now. I see how it is. Yeah, they wanted to take away the special secret power that Kadena had, the pink. Ooh, wow. Demo to start things off.
Once again, a good look from King Kaiser, but Lucas, of course, the air is his domain. He's going to take the ball back over. No one's really quite there to support him yet, and this is going to be an opportunity for a counterattack by Kadena, but they kind of miss out on the opportunity there. And now Lucas is going to tip it towards the middle. Pass towards Ethan. It goes over his head, but Bio's there. Lots of bumping. Everything's kind of going wrong here for Edgren, as now the ball set up nicely, though. Pushed out of the way by Luke. Everyone's pushing. Everyone's demoing. A messy start to this game. But the 3 people all towards the ball. Ethan finally gets it up towards the middle now, but seems like things are just fated to be neutral, at least to start.
Luke now trying to drive around the corner. Oh, what a nice little back into it. It's going to set it up off the backboard, but Ethan just keeps it away from him. I quite like that. That was a pretty clutch reverse move there. Luke now with possible shot on goal and is just going to be a bit too late to the ball. But the pressure is really being put on Edgren here by Kadena.
Oh, they didn't even let the ball get past. Weth was there, and he's not even going to let a counterattack. What an aerial right into the center. That was pretty much going to hit no matter what. Defense wasn't there, and Kadena out to another early lead, or not another, but they're out to an early lead this match.
Weth, very nice follow-up for the kickoff as well. He's moving back, make sure to pick up his 100 boost. That is important.
all the
Not
time
able to
in
get
the
it past
world.
Lucas, however.
To set up something a little nice. He's past 2 defenders now, but Ethan's on the back foot and he's ready. It's his turn now for an aerial. He set it up, but it's going to get denied. Biles got to save that, and of course he does. He's no slouch on the defensive end, but the counterattack is back. What? In a good position, kind of just chooses to save it instead. Ball towards the middle. Luke just a little bit out, and now it's back towards the middle again.
Whoa, what a demo!
Demo saves it and sets it up perfectly.
That is, yeah, beautiful teamwork there, clearing out the goalie and setting up a really easy shot for their teammate. If we're seeing that sort of team coordination from Kadena, then that's a huge advantage to them. That's really where you start jumping off toward the floor, and it's a long way to the skill ceiling in Rocket League because it is a very high skill ceiling, but you're on your way.
Yes. Attack coming in. Ball's perfectly in the center. Oh, almost right past Ethan, but he got his car nose, so to speak, on it. And now, what a good look, but of course, 2 are quickly there. It's Luke and Wep as always. Look at Wep with this aerial. It's on target.
Beautiful.
Wow. Even with the tip from Lucas, that wasn't enough to stop that aerial. Wep is taking over both goals for the team, and he's looking like the standout player so far. Demo on the kickoff is going to give Luke a chance to set it up towards the middle. Kaiser tips it, but not quite in. Now Edgren get a bit of an opportunity here. They're trying to take it into their own hands, clear it a bit. They've got it up on the wall. Here comes Lucas. Look at that aerial. He gets the flip reset, but it's not quite on point with the pass. Minute 30 left, 3 goals for Kadena. They're going to have to get something going here soon.
Play at least up to midfield. Lucas with possession. Picks up the 100. Shot down center. King, nice contact. Heads back to Ethan. Kadena now has to try to get a touch, although Ethan goes in for the shot off backboard, just a bit too high, and the follow-up goes through off the crossbar, and it barely is saved, but finally get the goal. One final tap in.
It was basically a battle of who could get the last touch there. Everyone trying to get it out, but Lucas finally will not be denied on the goal. After all that setup with the aerial, he's quickly in for another. Weth is back though, and he's not going to let this get too far out of control, especially with Luke to support. A bit of an attack is being made the other way, but with Luke going wide, there's now a chance. Beautiful pass to Lucas is going to set something up here. Look, it's right towards the middle. Bio on the back foot. The last man in support is going to take that goal. Now it's not out of the woods yet. A minute 30, it was 3-0, but now with 45, it's 2-3, and Ethan, what a shot. Oh, it's past 2 defenders, but off the crossbar. He set it up right in the middle. How does that go in, Lucas? 3-3 now. Oh, wow. And now Edgren have a bit of momentum on their side.
I mean, that's really unreal. 3 goals in less than a minute to tie it back up. Completely insane.
Found the mojo, I guess.
Although I think you could see Kadena was kind of shaking in their boots a little, especially on that 3rd goal. It just didn't seem like both of them went for it at the same time. Might just the nerves getting back to them of what seemed like a sure game. And this could be a great, nice shot from midfield for Kadena to put them back in the lead.
I don't think Edgren was expecting that shot to come out so soon. They were collecting boosts, getting ready for the more telegraphed attack, and that one just came out of nowhere right into the top left. And now Edgren have to answer back now, but the ball's bouncing. It's in the air. There's a little bit of a chance here, but it's going to get hit straight down by Kadena, taking a 2-0 lead to start us off in this best of 7.
Yeah, big props to Luke there, especially. He hasn't been the player that's usually at the forefront of the shot making or the offensive pushes, but that solid contact he made with the ball to clear it out right at the 2-second mark helped secure the win for Kadena. But we're seeing a pattern emerge now, whereas Edgren really has, in both game and 1, has some sort of a rally in the final minute to bring it back. Yeah. So it's really kind of they've put out this wild card that has been looming over both games and probably will loom over the 3rd game.
Yeah, they're going to need to find that footing a little bit earlier, I think, because, I mean, you'd like to just kind of be like that the whole game, the whole 5 minutes instead of the last 1 minute, but They're really good signs of life showing from Edgren. I don't think this one's completely gone yet.
All right, here we go. We got Kadena going up against Edgren. Kadena Panthers are 2-0 in this best of 7, steadily making their way towards match point and closing out this game. Off we go, and wow, I don't know what happened between week 1 or 2, but we have had a complete change of heart as far as the stages go. Not only are we not seeing the stages we saw yet last time, but we are just seeing nothing but one stage here. And usually in tournaments, I mean, DHF to Champions Field or something like that, but no.
Show me like a forest, some greenery. Oh, early look, it's in the air already.
Now, look at that concrete surrounding us. There's nothing quite like that for a scenic view. All right, here we go. Oh, it just is almost snuck into Edgren's goal.
Really floating around this blue goal early in the match. All the players are trying to get this either in or out, depending on what side they represent. And finally, Lucas is able to get it out, but I spoke too soon. Bio just tips it out to above the net, but it's back just as quick as I say that. And Weth comes in perfectly to finish it there, but it was off great support. Goal in the first 30 seconds now. This has been kind of what we've been seeing here with Kadena taking the lead early. They almost got another chance there. And they do, I guess. Just hit it right in. Wow. Luke with a great look. Just perfect goal.
I think that he hasn't scored a goal in game 1 or 2, but I guess really just saving it all up for game 3. 2 goals back to back. Now Lucas slowly making ways back, plays it over one, and there's only one left. But the shot from Lucas just gets away from him, heads up into the crossbar. Nice turn of events for Kadena. Edgren's left scoreless, and now Kadena trying to find this clear 2 in the goal. I don't know if I like the look of that, but they'll be able to make it out and back to mid.
Now they have a shot. Look who it is. It's Weth. Of course, mechanical. He's good. He's trying to set that one up for his teammates. King Kaiser pops it high. Lucas hits it right in front of the goal, but it's quickly hit back the other way by Weth. Bio on the back foot, not quite able to get it, and now it's in a bit of an awkward dance here. Ball's pretty much going both ways. Since it's past the defender, now it's kind of hit back, and King Kaiser gets the nice look for the aerial. It's off the wall. Lucas is going to tip that one out, though. Always seems to be in the right place defensively, and now it's back towards the Panthers' net. And here he comes, Ethan, out towards the center, towards Lucas. King Kaiser knocks it away, not letting things get too out of hand.
Shot, oh, off the backboard, nice setup, but Weth. Nice defense there. Sometimes just hitting it off to the side, even if it's back in your own corner, is better than leaving it in front of the goal. Now this nice, great counterattack, great dribble, and bloopers is the last one to get the save. Shot up mid, though, from Weth. Might just go in off the crossbar. Oh, that was so close.
Lucas now back to the way. Look at him dribbling it in, and oh, just about. Is anyone else there? Oh, it's a little high from bloopers. Ethan now is back. He's going to get a nice little look. I bet someone's going to be there, of course, King Kaiser. But that might not be enough. Luckily, his teammates are there. Luke, of course. Always Guerrero with the save.
Oh,
just about. A little bit too early on the hit.
There.
Teammates are there.
Yeah, that was set up so beautifully. That would have been such a shame had they not gotten it. And it stops us at exactly the 2-minute mark. And now we have to wonder, what kind of rally does Edgren have late in the game? It might start here as Lucas puts it on in. Yep, here we go. Here we go.
A 7-second goal out from Lucas. Of course, in the air, as usual for him, as we've come to expect. And they're setting up another one quickly, too. He's out towards mid. No one's quite there yet. Ethan wants to get it back into the corner, and he's going to get a nice little chance. Reaves that ball perfectly in between the defenders. That was like, he's like a doctor with that. Right in between everybody. All 3 were towards the net, and Ethan's just going to find the little slot. And here comes Edgren again. And look at that, what a shot, but King Kaiser is perfectly there now, went back the other way. He's gonna get a chance, and I don't think Bloopers is there.
And the streak is broken. Kadena manages to blunt the momentum from Edgren. They get back up to a 2-goal lead, but still plenty of time left. About a minute 30, a little less. Oh, beautiful shot right there, and yeah. Now we're back to just a 1-goal lead for Kadena.
I think it takes both teams about 3 minutes to warm up in these matches. Luke clears it early. He's passed. He's going to get a nice little setup towards the middle. It's a little bit messed up by Bloopers. Not going to let him get the look that he quite wants. He's going to tip it up. Lucas back towards the middle. Ethan on the late look, and wow. That was a perfect setup from Edgren, and just a little bit slipped out of Kadena's grasp. Now we're 4-4 with 1 minute. Close as about it could be possible. Lucas again towards the air. I think he wants to take this one all the way. Look at that, but Weth is just in there in time. Ball's moving a little bit slow in the air, and it's back towards the other direction now.
Luke trying to wrestle for control of the ball. It's going to be Weth who takes it. Tries to play this pass to Lucas. Lucas makes fair contact with it. Pass to Lucas. Quick shot on goal, saved by Luke. Keeps everything even. Back to mid. Oh, pass one, but I think Kadena might have gotten demoed that. They're going to wish they had that third man there. Now they're back up to full strength. They did gain a lot of ground. 15 seconds left. Still a great opportunity to score. They're already moving back. They don't want to overextend themselves. Now Lucas lining up the shot on goal and will go far.
Oh, 2 demos going both ways. It's demo central out here. Everybody has to get a reset. It's chaos here, 0-0. And of course, we're going to go to overtime in a game like this. Kickoff, they're going to have to be careful not to let anything go. It's slightly on the side of Edgren. Going to serve for an early attack for the Panthers. It's up towards the center, but it's going to be hit out by Ethan. Lucas now gets a look. Aerial up. Here comes Bloopers. It's his turn, but he's not going to quite hit the ball, and that's going to let them get a chance. Ethan's back towards. Here comes the middle. It's bouncing up and down. The ball is in a weird spot. Oh, what perfect look on the rotation. Is able to get that save in, and now it's towards the goal. Bloopers gets his turn as a save, and Lucas is going to clear this one out. It really could go either way, but now it's in the air.
Lucas pass to Ethan, doesn't go through. Kadena doing just enough to block. Back to mid we go, around the corner to center. Follow up, oh, whiffs. And Luke comes in. He's been that crucial third man. That defender there stops a lot of these shots on goal.
Man. Every second gets more intense here in overtime as 1 goal is going to bring this down. A possible 3-0 for Kadena or a 2-1, which is a lot more serviceable for the side of Edgren. Ball's over to them though. Lucas going to tip it back out. A double touch might throw off any defenders. Look at that. He pops it right into the middle. King Kaiser's there, and now Weth is going to get it cleared out of the corner. Here comes Bloopers. It's just high. You can't quite get it. But maybe Ethan can get something. Ball is staying towards the Kadena net. It can't quite get anything. Now Weth, it's his turn. The defenders have to get back. And they will. Lucas at mid-court takes that one. Here comes Ethan. He's going to kind of tip it. Lucas now tips it back towards the middle. Double touch isn't quite there. Ethan goes wide. Now it's King Kaiser just dribbling past everyone. Oh, no. Oh, it's so close. The defender's just there, right in time. Here comes Luke. It's Hupp in the middle. Lucas back. Ethan's turn now. Bouncing over. Does he get it? Oh, Weth. Man, this is crazy. 2 minutes deep into overtime. Look, he's just going to dribble it right in. Lucas misses. No. What a way to end it. Kadena, 5-4.
I think more impressive than that wasn't the fact that, I mean, that was a very exciting overtime, but it seems like Kadena is being challenged just a little bit more every single game because the rally keeps getting bigger and bigger for what they managed to pull off. Because now they got 4 goals for their rally. I think it puts so much pressure on in the last 2 minutes when that rally comes forward from Edgren, who wins the kickoff and gets those initial positionings, because that's what's really led to the goals being scored so quickly here, is just the initial possession that Edgren gets off of each kickoff. They very quickly take a shot on goal, and normally sometimes other teammates are just off getting boost, might not expect a shot to come through that quick, and it's really led to a lot of free goals to reset the match.
The sad thing is it's 3-0, but it really doesn't feel like it if you've watched it. Edgren are in a bad position now, especially in a best of 7. It's very difficult to get that reverse sweep. Not only do you need to win 3, but you need to win 4 straight. And especially when a game's been as close as this, it's going to be pretty difficult to pull off. They're going to need some of that early momentum that you had been mentioning. See if they can get it done.
Well, off we go to game number 4 and a possible match point for Kadena. They face off against Edgren, but a lot of these games have still just been decided by 1 goal, or as we saw last game, gone into a pretty competitive overtime. So things still very much up in the air as to who takes home the victory today.
We're on a familiar site here, familiar background for the potential last match. If Kadena are able to win it, or just the 4th, if Edgren is able to take this one. They are coming in strong, looking to get an early look. Ball's over on the Panthers side, but they're quickly going to clear it out. They've got all 3 here to help. Ball's popped up towards the middle. Not really going to get anything quite yet, and Kadena's not going to overcommit it this early. Good rebound is going to look towards the net, but Bloopers is there. Lucas now gets a turn. He's going to try and get it past the defender. He gets it past the first, but Luke is there. The backside help, and he's got that. Ethan up towards the middle. It's going to bounce out a little bit. Weth takes it. Uncomfortable situation in the corner for both teams who are trying to just get this out of this corner. It's not quite working, and now it's back towards the blue net. Popped up towards the middle. Luke kind of keeps it in the corner for a little bit longer, and Weth is in the back. And it's his chance now. He hits it towards, and it's just corner to corner here.
Ethan has to look on as his teammate Lucas wins that 50, pushes it back to mid-force field. But that's a great shot there by Keane onto the goal. Wow. And it's been this pressure and this quick succession of shots on goal in the early game that's allowed Kadena can get up to these early leads. And just a nice little scrape off the side to redirect it in. And we have started this round much like a lot of the last. Kadena leading in the early game.
Perfect little tip in there, just slowly rolls into the goal. Barely. Look at that aerial though from Lucas. He gets a chance just a little wide, almost ties it right back up. And now I don't even know if anyone could get that. Off the pinch, the ball just perfectly rolls right into the goal, gives Kadena their 2nd point. A little bit past every defender, not quite able to catch up in time. Kickoff is going to lend Bloopers. They get a nice little shot, but it's quickly blocked. And now back to the goal again. Endless pressure. Luke tips it towards the corner. Ethan wants to clear that, and he's going to get a chance. He's also going to get an aerial in return. Ball just escapes him for a second, not able to close out on it. Now King Kaiser is going to take it out. He's going to keep dribbling it. Weth almost gets the touch off the back of his teammate. Ethan and Lucas trying to set something up, but it gets ruined by Kaiser, who kind of throws a wrench in their plan. The ball's right over the middle. Ethan happy that he was able to save that one. Ooh, right back in for Edgren. Maybe getting their comeback a little earlier than normal. It's only about halfway into this match, 1-2. Good look for them. Demo off the kickoff. Might kind of cut some of that early pressure. Now Kadena get their look here.
Luke plays it to the side where King is waiting. Fills up on boost. I know who he's passing to. Instead, just got a little too much fake out from the opposing team. Oh, miss there from Miss there from Lucas, however, is going to allow possible opening here to clear. Now the shot from Keener off the backboard. Don't forget it.
It's a good try, just a little bit too high there. Tried to fake out a defender. Ended up getting a little bit past him. But they get another look here. King Kaiser's in quick. The Bloopers is going to clear that one back out, and Lucas got it nice towards the middle. Weth back the other way. There's no defenders here quite yet, but they make it quite perfectly in time. Ethan's going to tip that one back out towards the middle, and he's going to get a shot. Ethan, great from him, clears the ball right towards the middle and then gets a nice centered shot. 2-2 now.
Very important kickoff. Lucas in a good follow-up position. It's over. Good amount of distance gained off of that shot for Wheat. Now into the corner we go. Into mid, pass to Lucas in center field. King Kaiser doesn't have anyone to pass to. West now moves on back. Oh, nope, not able to drop down in front of the goal. Less than a minute left. King Kaiser is given a lot of ground back on over to Edgren. Lucas elevates up, trying to make this shot on goal off the backboard. Doesn't even need to go off the backboard. He'll find it to go in himself. As Edgren does what they haven't been able to do up until this game, they actually go into the lead on their rally.
Past 3 defenders is crazy work, and I'm not surprised it was Lucas. Such good aerial looks this entire game. He's gotten such good chances. It's already back close towards the goal. It's going to get kicked the other way, and it's past everyone.
Ooh,
Bloopers just saves it, not quite through. And Lucas gets another look back the other way. Not going to get past the opposing Luke on the other team, though. Is there quickly to save it. Weth is going to kick it back out towards the middle. Kadina's turn. They want to tie this one up. They don't want this one to slip away from them. 3 seconds. They got to keep it in the air. It just tips, and Lucas, good clear. They're going to get their first. Edgren winning game 4.
So now we have an actual match on our hands here. Edgren just managed to find their way over that late hurdle for this rally that they have every single time. I don't know what it is. It's just like a different team plays after around that 2-minute mark, because not only are they playing faster and winning a lot more of their 50s, but they're calling their shots out to each other more. I'm seeing a lot more successful passes and overall great team plays. I just don't know what it is. I mean, you'd think by game 4 now, you know, they'd say, okay, they played 4 games right now. They'll be hot from here on out. No, it still takes them 2-3 minutes every single game to really warm up.
They hit the flow state about at 2 minutes on the match timer, maybe 2:30 in this time. They really get into it, and finally they're able to get it a bit earlier. At this time, it was only about half. Before, it had been a minute. They'd get all their goals in like 30 seconds, but this time I think they were able to keep it going more consistently throughout the whole game, and this might give them a chance at the reverse sweep. Don't want to say anything quite too early, though, as it's a monumental, Herculean task even, especially in Rocket League.
Well, let's see if they can pull it off, though. We'll go to game 5. Just possibly one more game for Kadena. If they can find it in themselves to win just one more, they will end this match and get the victory for this week. So we head back on down to what I assume is the exact same field, exact same time of day. Yep. Good old faithful. As we get ready to jump into game 5 of Edgren versus Kadena here in DoDEA Pacific Rocket League.
Big part, I think, as well as Edgren heating up, I think Kadena need to close it out. When they get to the 2-minute mark, they need to kind of clamp down and be really strong on defense, since they seem to have those early leads so often. This time, King Kaiser's going to take it. He's going to dribble it past one, and wow, about as easy as it gets there from King Kaiser. Gets past the first defender and just places it perfectly into the net. As you're saying, Kadena, that early lead again, 15 seconds, they get the first goal. And King Kaiser looking great. Edgren are going to have to respond here. Lucas, dribble of his own, gets past another defender, but this time he has to get past 2. It's Luke and Weth, of course. Elite defenders, they can't get past. King Kaiser dribbles again, but no one's quite there to get the tip at midfield. And Lucas now going to get it some antics going on midfield. It looks like a bit of a car fight as this 2v2 ensues. Lucas, nice tip towards the middle. Here comes Ethan. Just a little bit too high for him. Who's that fighting? Is that Bloopers and Weth, it looks like? Having a car fight in the middle of the field.
Well, it doesn't matter where you are. Yeah, they're in a Rule 1 right now. No matter if it's DoDEA or even professional level, you'll see players always honoring that. So for the time being, unless their fight is broken up, it'll be 2-2, which leaves great opening for King Kaiser. Oh, how late that, just too slow. That was so beautiful.
What a save. He was just a little bit out of boost. It looked like wasn't quite able to get in time. Lucas, perfect save. He's really trying to bring this one back. He's trying as hard as he can. He's hitting so many good looks. And it looks like we're now back into it. No, never mind. I thought that was Weth, but it was Luke. And Lucas, pass one. King Kaiser, nope, not so shabby on the defense. Ethan on the back foot there, looking pretty clean here, I have to say, in this 2v2. Both teams not really letting anything slide. King Kaiser just out. Prevents Ethan from getting that look off the back. Towards the middle, though, it's missed. Ethan's going to get a shot. Not quite. Oh, now Bloopers is back. It's a 3v3 once again. Here comes Luke, trying to get it out towards the center. Bloopers doesn't quite get it where he wants to. And now it looks like every defender's going to be on the back foot just for a second. Centered right up towards the middle. Good save from Ethan. Gets that out of a dangerous situation.
All right, but everyone be on warning. We're now into the second half of the game, and we all know what that means as Edgren is making their way back up the field. Bit of a double commit by Kadena, moving their way up. Oh, and the follow can't go through. They go flying past it.
Aerial look once again. King Kaiser clears. Beats Lucas on that one. Right up towards the middle. Ethan always in the back of the net when they need him. Clears that one out. Lucas is going to take that a bit away. King Kaiser trapped in there, not able to help, but look at Weth. Good look, good aerial from him. He grabs the boost too. He's ready for the counterattack. He clears it past Lucas. It's centered. It's right up there for anyone, but no one's quite home in time. Ethan wants to get this away. He gets a nice little bump. It's going to go quite a bit towards the side. Webb hits it, but back to Bloopers. Now approaching the Panthers. Look at that. Ethan again clears it out of the goal. Edgren are going to have to kick into second gear here soon now if they want to get this one. Aerial looks, bounces off the back. Wet hits it up. It's bouncing perfectly for anyone to come in and try and get it. Bloopers is the last one to get a look, and he's not going to get it in quite yet.
1 minute left. Edgren still hasn't started their comeback. They might have finally run out of gas in that regard. Attempted steal by Waite, doesn't find it, but there's still 2 Panthers left. Now they move up the field. Luke set it up, and a very nice shot in narrow angle to push Kadena up to a 2-goal lead, 49 seconds remaining.
Especially considering the time, that's a very good look for Kadena. It seems like they're weathering the storm of the Edgren second half now. And a good kickoff that goes their way is going to kill quite a lot of time. As long as this ball is stuck in the corner, it's not good for Edgren, as they're going to want to get this as fast as they possibly can. And that's a good look. Maybe this time they were just waiting until 30 seconds. Lucas is not going to let this one go quite yet. He's cleared it out as much as he can. King Kaiser gets it up towards the middle. Lucas with a little bit of a bump, but the loop the other way. Justed out by Bloopers. They're going to need something quick. They need something in the next 15 seconds. Ethan with the aerial, but Luke is going to kick it away, buying precious time for his team to close this one out. 8 seconds left now. Bloopers hits it right towards the middle. Is anyone there? Ethan. Oh, Ethan's not quite there, and this one, just the last second, it's popped up.
Oh,
they have a chance, but it's cleared so far.
Oh, they're still keeping it up in the air. We have a 50-50, and it's in favor of Edgren, but they are running out of boost, and they just can't keep it up in the air. Congratulations to Gardena High School for the win, and thank you to USO for sponsoring this tournament, supporting this tournament. They strengthen America's military service members by keeping them connected to family, home, and country throughout their service to the nation as a force behind the forces. So the first winner of the day is all picked out by Gardena. That's our Rocket League game for the day, but we still have one more game to bring to you, a Valorant. After a quick break, we'll be back in a few minutes, so don't go away. Welcome back to the DoDEA eSports Pacific broadcast, where we have been highlighting teams from all across the Pacific region at U.S. military bases for fun, for sportsmanship, and overall to support our men and women in the U.S. military. In partnership with the USO, since 1941, they've been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they join, through their assignments and deployments, and as they transition back to their communities, the USO has always been by their side. We got our Rocket League match done for the day. Now we move on into Valorant, where one of our teams who played Rocket League is still going to stick around. That's Cadena High School. But now we've got King moving on in, ready to challenge him.
Yeah, and I mean, if Cadena looks as good at Val as they did at, or as good as Val as they did at Rocket League, then we're definitely in for another interesting game, because Cadena really took that one over. So I'm excited to see how this one pans out.
Let's take a look at the lineups for both these teams that we have. We've got Not Glitch, Gold, Legit, Viper Jam, and Cry Baby Wolfie. I was going to say Cry. No disrespect, but I just need one syllable.
And then Cadena, we got Maddie ZYT, 60 Hertz, ZJT Gaming, New Soup, and Boric Naj. 60 Hertz, I like that name.
I like it. You're just really sticking it to the elitists in Valorant who say, I can't play on anything, less than 300 plus hertz refresh rate. He's like, no, we're playing on 60 hertz and we're going to like it.
It's true. I respect that. And then if you lose too, it can be either like a brag or an excuse, like, oh, I beat you on 60 hertz.
I know.
Or, oh, I lost.
That is true. It's a win-win situation whether you win or lose.
Yeah.
But another interesting also to consider is for some of these players, this is their first opportunity to play in an eSports competitive eSports setting. And if they are new to Valorant, that means, necessarily maybe not all the agents are available to them. That's one thing to consider.
True.
So, you kind of see much more heavily favored toward the traditional picks, the ones that just come pre-packaged, the Jet, the Brimstone.
For this being a lot of these kids' first opportunity doing anything like this, they're really putting on a show. I have to say, all these games that I've seen so far have been very entertaining, and I'm kind of surprised. I'm really surprised actually on just the skill level of a lot of these players. They're performing really well, and I expect to see no different today.
All right, off we go into our Valorant match of the day. We have got King going up against Cadena here on Ascent, the Valorant map of all Valorant maps. Been here since the beginning, the poster child for the game. And that means that things are pretty well set in stone on what we're going to see the comps being here. Usually a Jet is in fact a must pick if you want to have good opper down mid.
Not too surprising to see most of the normal comps, but we actually got a little bit different here. Gold Sahet picking the Reyna. We also got a Sky you don't normally see too much, actually on both teams, a Mirror as well as a Gecko and a Sage. It's a bit different, and it's going to be interesting to see for sure. Maybe a bit unorthodox, and maybe one of these teams is actually about to redefine the meta with their play here. A nice one-way early is going to lead to a decent amount of control. An early kill as well onto Not Glitch on that Omen is going to serve to kind of make him rethink this push, maybe back off, but King has already decided that this is the site they want to push, and they're not willing to do anything else. A flash in from Sahet. He's going to pick up this ult orb and maybe rethink it. Flank's already in though.
60 hertz with the flank from behind. None of them were watching their backline. But it's not going to be quite enough to stop Cadena overall. They still are trading fairly well, and that'll be the first round in the books. Cadena gets 1-0.
Really good one-way out there. And as well as that early kill, kind of just stopped a lot of the momentum towards that A site. They weren't super able to do anything there. And one interesting thing to note is normally you have, when you're watching these games, you have the X-ray, you get to see where all the enemies are, and this time you don't, so it's as much of a scare for us as it is for them. You really get to feel how they feel.
And since it's only on one team side, we also got to point out that traditionally, you put red for attacker, blue for defender, but in this case, Ernest J. King is just the blue team. They are attacking first, so we're going to see everything from their perspective. If it says lost, that means King lost the round, and Cadena won. Can send out the Trailblazer, try to get a little bit of intel on B. Knife also hits Sage. Trying to flush someone out, look at their backline as well, but Mads and Gaming already pick up 2, and they just keep piling on up. The remaining 2 Kings, now just 1, can't do too much, and yeah, that ice just seals the deal for this KJ.
Definitely a bit more coordinated that round for sure. Without getting their smokes blocked out so early, they were able to teleport out to logs and kind of creep out, but just of course with that weapon disadvantage, you're never really too expected to win that second one. So now King can buy up a little bit more and get a better look, as it looks like they're gonna recommit maybe towards that B site. Ping's coming out. They definitely want that lurk up mid, maybe to get a nice little flank, and it looks like Glitch is gonna be the one to do it. Maybe with Sahet there, but with the spike, it might just be a mid commit in general.
Llama sends the Hawk. That doesn't blind anybody. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, they didn't coordinate any sort of peek on that Hawk, and it just left this Sky sitting duck right out in the middle of that doorway. Now there's just 2 left, 1 left for King. Can't really do too much for this KO. He does get 1. Best out of a bad situation, but Cadena with 3 seems to be off to the races.
60 Hertz has proven that's really all he needs here. 3 cool little sneaky kills with that Guardian. Shut down pretty much everything. There was a nice pinch out mid as well on the 2 players that decided to go there. One went from top mid catwalk, and one was from the bottom or around pizza area. They hit that double peak, and they never really had a chance to get anything done.
But it seems like they're just going to rinse and repeat in terms of the route they choose. But considering how Cadena's just had that 1 doorway in Fish Market locked down, unless they have some solid util they can put out, and not just a Hawk here, but maybe something to follow it up. Yep, that's going to happen right there. They got the rifles, they got the collateral. 60 Hertz and JT Gaming just collecting one after the other.
Running into a brick wall. It's all the Viper Jam. Manages to get 1 through.
Yeah, I'm more surprised. He was completely blind. Paranoia hit him, and he couldn't see anything, but he just fires off into the void and still picks up 1. I like
that
it.
One. Null Command now online could maybe solve a few of the problems that they've been facing, although it seems like the biggest problem is just that they're a little bit ahead of the flash. Viper Jam was holding it in his hand, ready to commit it. The rest of his team went in and got quickly shut down by Cadena, who are looking very clean on these shots. Not really letting anything go or letting these entries go the way of King whatsoever.
All right, they're going to try a push through mid this time, or at least try to split it up. Once again, sending the Hawk out through B Fish Market. They spot 60 Hertz, who seems to just be reading them like a book, was able to catch up that push up mid. It will get traded back, though.
Gold is up quickly, but he doesn't realize that Mads is flanked behind him. Takes him down, and look at that value on the Thrash. It's going to hit everybody pretty much, but it doesn't hit the 1 man who is able to get a kill there. But Mads, another on the flank, and now through Market is Borikin. Wolfie, not much of a chance. Borikin's going to run him down and get off to a 0-5 lead. Really just seems like Cadena have all their stops, everything accounted for. They've got mid players, they've got the people on the site not really giving it up, and they've even got the flanks now. It's going to really make King think about it, and after they think about it, they decide to go A and switch it up a little bit. After they only lost it first round, they figure maybe things might be different this time.
Show us the way, Sky. Show us the way, Sky.
All right, they seem to think the way is through A short again. That's where they push. But oh, that one-way smoke, that's dangerous. That is
almost
such a risky proposition, just trying to peek out through it, even with the Hawk. Since they can see their legs, but that's not something that King has. Just from that vantage point. And wow, their Omen already has a double. It's already down to 2. And yeah, they just can't win these one-on-ones.
It was a good trade there from legit Llama, at least. Really likes to favor that Ghost. It's his gun for sure. Wide swing from a Sage with an Odin. Very creative from Cadena. Is able to to clean that, and their mid just looks infallible at the moment. They've got Omen and Sky there, 60 Hertz with his Guardian, his weapon of choice. He's getting at least 2 or 3 around holding mid. So clean from Pizza, they're either going to have to avoid him or maybe coordinate to try and get him. They've got a lot of ultimates online. They've got the Seekers, the Null Command. Like to see one big push here as Legit Llama's got his favorite gun once again. And Seeker's looking to come out early if he's not baiting me here. Or maybe
Oh, the early shot's going through mid. It is spot Sky and Jet now throw out the smoke, but it's not in the archway. Instead, they're trying to smoke off the Jet. That does give room for that Sky to still move up forward through mid. Now they're all bunched up, leaving themselves open to a flank possibly from behind. Already Nusu picks up the KO. Glitch is next. Gold gets one. King still in this, but
Crossfire setup is so good. Mads takes him down, and Nusu gets the second on the round. Wolfie, too much to deal with, is going to get taken down by Mads, and just, did you see how fast that KO was evaporated at the Odin? The No Command normally gives you a chance. You get taken down on the ground, and you have 1,000 health. Someone can come up and revive you, give you a second chance, but the Odin cuts through that 1,000 health like a hot knife through butter.
And I mean, and when you think about it, Kadena has just been good on the one-on-ones and just the gunfight in general. So even if they have their abilities taken away from them, I mean, the main thing has just been they've just had much more accurate aim on these rifles. So the Commando really not able to take away that key advantage.
It's been so difficult as well to get a look here into this A site with this one-way. King knows that 3 are here now. They might favor a rotate, but instead they're trying to fight for it. Flash is committed, as well as that Molly. Early smoke is going to cut off Wine from the rest of main here. Seekers are going to come in through. Very good flank. Caught a little bit early, but the trade's not able to come in. 60 Hertz going to probably re-peek in a sec with that flash. Actually, it's 3 on the flank and taken down, wrapped up, putting a nice little bow once again as the entirety of the King squad as Kadena just takes them down once again from every front.
It really seems like they're trying to force it every single time. You know, we got to push it in this route, and we got to do it on the first try as well. But what that leads to is you're seeing a lot of their util is getting spent just throwing out past that one-way smoke. And then they have nothing to work with, and then Kadena just collapses on them from in front and behind. So realizing that they've got a minute 30, they have a lot of time to play with. If a one-way smoke goes up, like I'm pretty sure it will right here, yep, they can just wait this out. They got plenty of time to work with, but if they keep trying to push through, they're going to keep on finding themselves without any util to push onto the actual point.
This time, however, a bit less commitment from Kadena kind of makes A site look a lot more favorable. It's not too bad this time the flash comes through, but just early kills is going to make this so much more difficult to try and get in. Viper Jam wants to take something back, but 3 people showing on site. Now Wolfie's trapped. He has to get across the choke. Viper Jam's trying to help him out with this Spectre. But that smoke might actually let Wolfie escape a little bit. Seekers note all 3. Now you got to be careful of flank, and in Wine the whole time waiting with 60 Hertz. Everyone just gets cleaned up. Unfortunate, although it was a better look for sure from King there, reading the situation a little better, knowing that only one was there. That time they almost waited a little too long to get in there. Now they're back to old reliable, the early B site that they had favored.
I don't know, do you really want to call it old reliable?
It's their old reliable hit for sure. Maybe not in terms of winning rounds, but it's old reliable, I guess, and that they like to go there for sure. And this time, hopefully they're a bit more coordinated, wait for Viper Jam's flash, and are able to get something done here.
Already the Odin pre-fire is coming right on.
No. Look at the
no, they find the wall bang. They're right onto that Reyna. Oh, it's a horror show.
Almost onto Viper as well. He's so low, and Jet's mid. I don't think Viper knows. Jet could be running up on him right now. His teammate's not quite able to watch. 2 actually out mid. ZJT is going to take that one onto Viper Jam, and not Glitch. Actually, with the spike, he might be able to get the bomb down. The most we've seen so far from King. Good dimensional drift. He's trying to escape, but he's been noted. Not Glitch has everything, the world to deal with here. Sneaky TP off the tap of the bomb. I like it, but
Oh,
Mad
no.
sees him and he's waiting for him. And it's 10 on the board for Kadena. King stopped at every turn. Just nothing going their way so far.
Though the first time that one of their players did know that they could disengage from that first push and go to the other site, they did get the spike planted down.
Maybe 40 more seconds if Kadena had gotten lost. Their map was ripped or something. They didn't know how to get to A site. They could have maybe gotten that one. But they're going to need more than just one player alive with the spike down to get this. They got
to note that Odin there on the other side of the wall.
Be ready for that for sure. They don't really have anything to answer back. Nothing can break through that wall. And they're standing right in front of it again. No, Viper Jam. But Crybaby Wolfie gets one back. You can't shoot through that wall, I don't think.
Yeah,
It's ahead. That's unfortunate. Mads again up mid so fast. The TP's into spawn. It's Borikin. Gets one onto the opposing Omen. The flash, nice. He can get a heal maybe. Nah. Mads is too quick on the trade. 11 now for Kadena, who are looking, like I said if they look as good as they do in Valorant as they did at Rocket League, it's going to be a good game. And Kadena, I'd say, even look better than they do at Rocket League and Val. They're on point with all these shots, all this team play, these setups, this util. It's just smothering every round for King.
Just one more round on defense for Kadena, then they will swap sides, move on over to attack. Crucially, as we see here, King already set on a gun disadvantage, and the Odin already gets. Oh, ouch. Yep, and Mads double, nice transfer.
Got to buckle down here.
Oh, isn't even able to pick up the breast there.
Unfortunate timing. At that point, Kadena just running it down, knowing that they have an advantage when it comes to those 1v1 duels, wants to take as many of them as they possibly can. And 0-12 is never a good look, but if anything, we know that it is possible to win 12 rounds on one side, as we just saw Kadena do it. Not saying...
I was wondering how you were going to bring that back there. I mean, to be perfectly honest, that was one heck of a conjunction you left it on there.
But...
I know it doesn't look good, but... And I'm like, you better have... Yeah, I mean, really hard. It's the best. I've seen teams have like a 7-8 game winning streak following by 12. But I've never in my life seen one brought back. Yeah. King now going to have to do that, though, on defense. Already they're spotting that Sky out in mid. And
the B side has kind of been opened up. I was going to say, maybe it's harder to play with 60 hertz on attack, but he gets that kill and he's looking towards another in spawn, and maybe it's actually easier on attack after all. It's all up to Gold's ahead. If there's one character you would like to be on in this situation,
yeah, but he's just spent his last leer, so everything is going to have to be a dry peak from here on out. Okay, he gets one. And we'll be able to heal up. That's huge in this scenario, being able to be at full health for every pistol round fight. Oh.
No chance. He's going to get taken down in a 13-0, a commanding victory for Kadena.
Yeah.
Out as clean as you could possibly get it. I don't even think any round even really looked too close there.
Yep, it was Kadena all the way through from start to end. So congratulations to them for kind of owning the night completely, winning both their Rocket League match and their Valorant match as well. So congratulations. They have a lot to be excited for tonight. Well, that's all that we have here tonight for our DoDEA Pacific eSports Showcase. But be sure to tune in next time. We'll have another Rocket League game and another Valorant game for you, all presented, of course, by the USO, the nation's leading organization serving the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they deploy through their assignments and deployments, and as they transition back to their communities, the USO has always been by their side. Thank you to them, and thank you to you for joining us. We hope to see you next time at the DoDEA eSports Pacific.